What's going on, my good people? I'll let y'all real quick, short and sweet. Just holler at y'all real quick about your perception and understanding that whatever frequency you vibing on is what's gonna project into your reality. So whatever reality you choosing to live, you know, we speak on quantum jumping, all these different things from meditation. When you focus in on what it is that you really want to do, who it is that you see yourself becoming, and you become that before it even happened, and you increase your vibration, your reality is going to show in the 3D format in this realm. You're going to see your world turn into that very thing that you've been focusing on, praying about, setting the intentions, and doing the work. With that being said, I said before, don't allow the distractions to get you off your path. The distractions can also be yourself. All of the things that can come in and pull you away from whatever the thing, the very thing is that you focused on. And that could be procrastination. That could be limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging. It could be certain people that's around you, no matter who it is, that you consistently giving your attention to every time you're about to take care of some business that got to do with yourself to get you to that next level. You got to be mindful of these things when that's happening. Not necessarily saying that the person is consciously doing it on purpose, but however, you need to know to yourself that if every time you set your intentions to do something that's going to get your life to the next level of where you want to be, and the phone rings or you decide, oh, let me go take care of this, or the feelings and emotions that come about within you say, oh, I'm going to do it in an hour, or I'm going to do it tomorrow. These are the things that are considered distractions within yourself. You got to push through those. You got to overcome those, what I call barriers, the mental barriers. You got to say to yourself, even when it don't feel good, even when you don't feel like taking those steps to putting that work in that moment, you got to push yourself. Like you can utilize something similar to what I use, that I always say, and I say it to my kids also, if you do it right the first time, you don't got to do it again. That don't necessarily mean that everything you do gonna go perfectly the way you want it to go. However, if you set the intentions to do it and to have the mindset that you're gonna do it the right way, meaning you're gonna research the information, you're gonna put the effort into strategizing or whatever it might be that comes with whatever you're doing, and you do it to the best of your ability of what you're capable of doing, then you already surpass what it is from your intentions. So like I said prior, worry about, or not even worry, focus on what you can do, what's in your nature, what's in your power to do, and allow the Most High and your spiritual team to take care of the rest. You also have to understand that nowadays, that I'm not gonna go too deep into that, but on a lower level, the lower vibrational aspect is the addictions. Even if you overcoming your addictions, you may feel like you overcame certain addictions. You gotta go a little deeper in to look at the detailed things that might be holding you back or making you do certain things or engage in certain aspects that you no longer really want to focus on or engage in, such as pleasures. Because you want to get to a point in life, especially mentally and spiritually first, where you choosing your purpose over your power, over your pleasure, because that's your power. Choosing your purpose over your pleasures is your power. And it takes a while. It's not like you're just gonna know everything, because you don't get to know everything in that moment. That's why it's different levels. That's why they tell you to raise your vibration. That's why they tell you to get on a different frequency, because as you learn and as you grow and as you doing the work and as you keep getting to these next levels, your vibration starts to increase. Your frequency, or the level of frequency you start to connect with, these are the doors that start to open on a whole nother aspect. You gotta remember, you're a multi-dimensional being. Your spirit having a human experience. When you start seeing it from that view, then things look totally different in life. And like I always say, we as chosen ones, we understand it, even though we all got different levels and different time frames of when these things take place. It's like being getting the permission as you doing the work from the Most High and your spiritual team to be granted that access to be able to have those spiritual lenses. Like if you wear glasses and you know you don't really need the glasses, but you utilize them when you're reading and doing these different things, and you compare that to somebody who don't wear glasses at all and they could read like phenomenally, or however you want to put it, and then you start saying, well, wow, how? But it's just like lifting weights. Keep working on it, working that muscle. So when you're granted the access from doing the work, meaning the access to have your spiritual eyes opened or cleansed, or however you want to put it, and then you start seeing things in life in a complete different world from what you was taught, you begin to realize that all the feelings deep down inside, internally, from your younger days, your childhood era, and as you grow, you start to remember. You start to remember those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions that you experienced then, and you understand on the highest levels of why you felt them then, because they make sense now. Complete sense now. You get little visions, or like how they say in the movies, premieres. So it's like the Most High gives you little sneak peeks, visions of your destiny when you're in alignment. So I heard somebody say, you don't get in alignment by just sitting around. I agree with that. To know, because we all say we believe, we understand, we have an understanding, but to know what direction you headed in, the work that's necessary, the work that takes place, that has to take place, is work that the average person ain't willing to do. So when you know that you're willing to do these things that the average person not willing to do, or them feelings and emotions you get inside of you in that moment to tell you, oh, I could do it later, and you push through that willingness to go further, to do the, how you doing? To do the necessary things that you don't want to do, is where you start to begin and realize that's what sets you apart from the rest. That's when you begin to learn what it means to be chosen. Of course, it doesn't feel good. Of course, sometimes it don't even make sense to you in that moment of when you're doing these things. But as you go, each level you come across, you start to get the clarity. You begin to get the actual complete reasoning behind the actions you took at that time that you wasn't even completely sure, but you listened and you followed what your intuition was telling you, and it put you in the best position possible. Sometimes by listening to your intuition on the highest levels, you don't even know the things that you're not able to see, hurt, harm, danger, whatever it may be, that's coming your way or that's happening behind closed doors. But because you listen and you go with it, you avoid a whole lot of damage and things or permanent situations that could be damaging. And you find out after the fact. And then it gives you that emotional fulfillment of understanding, and you happy that you took the steps you took or took the actions you took. Because you know the old saying, if you fail to prepare, prepare to fail. So as you being guided and you listening to your intuition and you following suit and you becoming one with the Most High, your spiritual team, and you know, I say become one with nature, get out in nature, rain, sleet, or snow, and you start to become immune to it. So now as you moving forward, you see in your eyes, because now they open, you see that physically what looked like you was taking one step, or what looked like it was something little, something small, you realize that it was many a steps, that you were ahead of the game on a whole nother level. It is a large situation that is connected to that small thing that you thought was a small thing that you did to change the trajectory of your life. How they say in that good book, don't despise the small beginnings. So every little bit count. How they say every penny counts. So the more pennies you get, you'll have dollars. You'll equal up to them dollars, and then so forth, so on. So it's the little things that count. So as you practice engaging in the little things, the necessary things that's going to get you to the next level and overcome those feelings and emotions of procrastination, pleasure, limiting beliefs, and all these different things that mentally come to bark up some negativity to get you to stay still. Once you overcome it, you'll see the big difference. You'll see the change, and you'll appreciate it. You'll appreciate it on a whole different level. And that's what this is really about. This is about not focusing on the outside situations of what people say, what people are projecting towards you. And when people say certain things towards you, understand that most of the time, it's their narrative of what they want to put on you. And even if I go deeper, it's how they feel internally on the inside. So they need to find something outside of them to validate what they're saying towards you. So if you accept it and embrace the narrative they trying to throw your way, that makes them feel good in the moment, but will cause issues for you, understand what's really taking place. Misery loves company. Even if they don't show themselves to be miserable, because a lot of people know how to fake it. You know the old saying, fake it till you make it? Nowadays, it ain't nothing to fake. It's either you do the work or you don't. And if you do the work, you get the results. If you don't do the work, then you're going to be sitting in the same spot you've been sitting in. And don't allow people to tell you through a physical aspect of materialistic things that where you at right now in life in your current situation is the determining factor of what it is to try to lower your vibration, to tell you, oh, well, you ain't doing this, or you ain't got this, or you ain't moving right when it comes to this. Ignore all of that. It's talk. Talk is cheap. Become that expensive action by taking action. So long as you taking action and you doing the work and you staying focused on what you know the Most High and your spiritual team set in your path in front of you, because now you got them spiritual shades on, like you cool, calm, collective with it, and you know somebody step your way, you know you check them the way you supposed to with love, you know, and keep it pushing. Don't focus on none of that extra stuff that ain't getting you nowhere. It's like if people, places, or things ain't coming to you in a way where it's going to enhance your spiritual knowledge, your spiritual growth, your mental health, or the physicality of getting you to the next level in life, to make an impact, to connect with the rightful people, to network, to engage in certain levels of, whether it be job-wise, business-wise, friendships, relationships, situationships. If that ain't taking place, then you already know that ain't the way you need to be going. Focus on increase, focus on growth, focus on adding all these things that are positive, and you'll be good to go. So I just wanted to come through real quick, spread a little love, peace, and light, and holler at y'all about that. Stay focused, keep going, keep putting out love, joy, peace, happiness, all that good stuff. And I'm going to get at y'all in the next one. Love y'all. One.